Oh, how silly of me. Did I say I was done? Whatever. Okay. I wanted to be done. However, this avalanche of breaking news, you know what? I love it when Pelosi does this, where they have a ton of drops of information and media. So the media has to cover the breaking news. And they do a lot of it at once so that propaganda can't be dispersed so that they can like catch and kill trends. They're so smart because I was watching this. So when that story broke about Rachel said Pam Bondi, it must have been like around 9:30 on the East Coast. And so that means it would be like 5 in the morning maybe in Russia. And so a lot of times Russia misses our evening headlines. Like you won't see the trolls out because, you know, they're asleep over there. The media ran with all this tonight because there was so much information. They're going to be talking about it all night. The troll farms, there's no way they're going to be able to grab the narrative and dominate the news because it's already happened. And so that's why I thought it was worth checking in with Mitch tonight, because a lot of really ugly news is coming out. And he said earlier, you know, and the White House said that they were expecting to have senators turn on them. So I just wanted to check in with Mitch to see, what do you think? A lot of news happened. We need to get to these clarifiers. So the card of the reading, Queen of Cups, the United States of America. So he drew the Ten of Pentacles, making me wonder if he is in talks with the Trump family and talks about Trump Russia, because this is what this, I'm checking in with Mitch. This is him. He's never the Trump dynasty. He does stuff for them, but this is his signifier, covered in Trump Russia. And Mitch, his challenge is Putin because he likes his Putin. At the base of this is sealed indictments. This has always been faithfully my indictment or sealed indictment card. It's also been Donald impeached. Is this Donald? Is this Mitch? Oh my God. This is also Mitch. I don't think he knows it. I don't think anybody knows it. What's crowning Mitch? Candidate Donald. In the past, the Queen of Pentacles is this Mo. Is this Nancy with receipts, recordings, votes? No. Is this Melania? See, that since the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, I have to rethink how I'm reading stuff because I'm having a harder time having it come to me. Yes, this is Melania. Oh, I just saw that. Well, that's weird. I saw that in the back of my mind. I didn't feel it through my hands. I'm adjusting to this. Okay, so in the past, Mitch and Mo did something for Donald. I'm betting it has to do with Putin and transferring money because they're under investigation. Or is this Donald's investigation and impeachment? What is this, Mitch? Okay, he won't stop talking. Answer my question. Which led to... Oh, Mitch is under investigation. So what happened in the past with Melania, Mitch got sucked in. How do we see Mitch? Are you talking? He wants to talk to Speaker Pelosi. Thinking about, because the environment is one of these 8 swords. I'm getting Lev Parnas. I'm getting Lev Parnas, Zelensky, all the stuff that broke tonight with that Hyde guy and with Yovanovitch and anything else. I'm sure there's more stories that broke today that I don't know about. And so Mitch is talking to Nancy. He wants to go to her. Look at this. Mitch's hope is the Ten of Swords. Fears death. Next step, the Three of Cups. Now, in the last readings I've done, you know, of course, this is like the 2016 election, 2018 election, 2020 election. It's also been Barr, Trump, and Melania. It's also been Melania, Trump, and Putin. It's also been the Three Amigos. So I'm not sure who, and of course the 2016 election. And the final outcome is the Ace of Cups. Now, I had wondered if there was going to be another attack in the last video because Putin, that's how he sends messages. Does this have to do with a Putin message, Ace of Cups? No. This has everything to do with tonight. Okay. So I wanted clarifiers. This is interesting, you guys. In the last video, the moon, when all this crazy news broke, you're going to appreciate this. Last video, the moon had been in Virgo all day today. So we're talking about USA defense. Donald defending himself. But then I had said in the first video, right when that moon went 21 degrees Virgo, that is when the news broke and Rachel Maddow said Pam Bondi, or it was the Hyde stuff. And then it was just an explosion of information. But this Ten of Swords card that Mitch is hoping for, guess who drew the Ten of Swords at the full moon eclipse down here in the House of the Sun? Our angels did. Remember the angel deck and how they were going to help us? Let me get the angel clarifiers. This deck, remember? Influence of the angels. So right now, the angels, I think, are helping Mitch with this. I just got a yes. The angels are helping Mitch right now with the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Wands. The burdens. The Ten of Wands card for me has been related to election burdens. The Nine of Wands has been related to the financial burdens of having the elections fixed. And, yeah, and what Donald owes to Putin. So, tell me, angels, I think if you're helping Mitch and what he's hoping for, can you tell me what that's about, angels? Yes, they say yes. What is this about? You're covering Mitch with his hope of the Ten of Swords with... I've talked about angels of death before. I've talked about angels of death as in warnings. So they are covering Mitch with angels of death because this is his fear. Okay, I need a clarifier. Why are you covering Mitch with angels of death and change? This is his hope. So the Queen of Wands, Speaker Pelosi. So they're working Speaker Pelosi. The Three of Swords, the treason. The King of Cups and Putin. Mitch, you're fear of death. You're afraid of the Six Wands mob. The Five of Pentacles, money that's been stolen, suppression, the military. If we're talking about elections, this is suppression. The Hermit, delaying the investigation. The Hermit, I feel like this is propaganda as well. And the Lover. So Mitch fears the Six Wands mob, voter suppression, probably stealing money as well, not being honest with investigations, and Trump Russia. So that's what Mitch is afraid of. The angels are ministering to Mitch's dream, though. What was your hope? So he hopes for the Ten of Swords, which is the Magician. I had that as Pam Bondi. It could be Kim Jong-un. It could be Devin Nunes. The Secret Talks, the Three of Pentacles. For the Emperor. Secret Talks with the Magician. Okay, lately whenever I see this card, I see the Four of Swords, that was the nail of the coffin, just screams through my head. Reverse, that means if you're in retreat, you're no longer retreating now. What does this Magician do? Strength, Russian strength, 6 Wands mob, 8 of Pentacles data. So this, so this has to do with the elections. So Mitch's hope has to do with the Magician, I think like Kim Jong-un or the hackers. He hopes that the Secret Talks about election hacking so Donald can hang on. Maybe he's spilling the beans with Nancy and the angels are ministering to him with his hope. With Speaker Pelosi. Thank you, angels. How else are you helping Mitch? How else are you helping Mitch with the Ten of Swords? Because this is so important. I mean, this is so important. The challenge is that, yeah, we know, King of Cups. Yes, so the challenge is Putin. So they are helping Mitch through this. And at the, gotta cover, sorry. And at the root of this is the Three of Swords and his treason. He's talking to Nancy about all this, you guys, I think. What's, angels, how else are you helping him? What's crowning this? The Star, the office of the President of the United States. I think they're also ministering to him and how he's going to handle that. In the past, angels, what do you see? The Knight of Cups. That is Trump making the offers, you know, and then Melania would deliver money. And to come is the Sun in Revelation. See, they're helping out Mitch. Well, let's just keep going, angels. How do we see you, angels, with Mitch? The Ten of Cups, helping him and the Republican Party hopefully come to their senses. The environment is one of, what are you doing? The Nine of Pentacles. Is this Melania, Ivanka, the oligarchs, the rich people? They're comfort and secure. They're trying to give him comfort and security. Can you believe this? They're trying to. This is the work they signed up for. The Ten of Swords. They're trying to give comfort and security to the Republican Party and them as they go through this, because the angels are hoping that everybody can get to calmer water for the nation, and they can, you know, show them the way. The angels, I don't want to say fear, but they hope what doesn't happen is this interference. So they want to dampen that. So their next steps are what, angels? One step in front of the other, Two of Pentacles, they're trying to keep everything balanced in the background, because I think Mitch is might be coming clean. Final result, the final outcome, angels. The Eight of Swords. They're trying to work this Eight of Swords. Who is the Eight of Swords? So the Eight of Swords has to do with all those people that were working to keep Biden entrapped, Yovanovitch entrapped, Zelensky entrapped. What they did to Hillary at the last election. They're also ministering to we, the electorate, who feel that we're totally entrapped by this. They're working really hard. They're with us. They are with us. The Hanged Man, they have a presence everywhere as we go through this. How amazing is this? They knew this is what was going to happen. Wow, that's so cool. So that's that. We got to pray for our angels to do the work. We don't, if you guys have a problem praying for those who have made a mess of things, pray for these angels to get the job done and help us out, because that is good work. So, I feel like this, what happened tonight with all of this was just too much for Mitch to bear. This Ace of Cups, Mitch. What's to come? The final outcome. Oh, I think we already did that, but the Ace of Cups, Mitch. Five of Cups reversed. That's coming clean with what's going to come out with Five of Cups and how Russia and China are hanging on to, and the Knight of Wands, how he was one of those, all the Knight of Wands running interference, and the Eight of Swords coming clean with all this awful things that these Knight of Swords did. I mean, that's like a Pompeo, that's a Mulvaney, it's Flynn, it's all of them, what they did to people. It's going to be a really hard emotional thing. Mitch, what did you think about all this breaking news tonight? Were you surprised? I feel like this was like a punch to the chest for him. Like the wind knocked out of him. What do you think about all this breaking news tonight, Mitch? Four of Cups. He's still trying to metabolize and take it all in. Just too much. Queen of Wands, Nancy. Nancy got the best of him. She went scorched earth. And really put up a big fight. And he's totally on the defense. And it's the end. It's the end. He knows it. What is his... And at the base of this, Mitch, when you heard all this news coming out, what's at the basis of it? The Four of Wands reversed. The White House turned upside down. It's your challenge with this fight that she put up. And you're the Ace of Wands, the up. Mitch, the Queen of Pentacles. Mo is in play. The Six of Cups, everything from the past. The Republican Party. This is also Soleimani. This is the attacks on Iraq and Iran. The Three of Cups have been all those agreements. They're turned on their head. He, Ten of Swords, Mitch, Mitch hearing the news, he was done. He was done, and that's why the angels are ministering to him. Isn't that nice? Okay, I hope this is the last video. It might not be, but I got so much to do. But I trust that the angels are going to help me get it done. Okay, thanks, you guys.